Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Rotax Max Euro Trophy Talk. I hope you're all safe and well, and looking forward to our second round of the four-round calendar for 2020, which next week heads to ProKart Raceland circuit in Wackersdorf in the wonderful Bavarian countryside in Germany. And I've got a few things to talk about. I've got some housekeeping to actually throw at you as well in the process. But official free practice gets underway at 9 o'clock local time on Wednesday next week, which will be the 2nd of September. And it will go all the way through until Friday afternoon, when we will have official qualifying practice. On Friday morning, we will have a new chapter of the Euro Trophy coming into fully charged prominence, let's say, as Project E20, the new 100% electrically propelled kart, will be joining the grid for round two in place of Micro and Minimax. So a new development. A big thank you firstly to the entire team at DEKM Media and of course the Deutsche Elektrokartmeisterschaft, who will be quickly turning things around from the opening round of their season at Kaupen to come and join us at Wackersdorf. So as far as I'm aware, I've been informed by their team that there are 2 or 3 spaces available if you are a senior Rotax driver and you want to double up your racing at Wackersdorf. There are possibilities of also trying out the Project E20 in a full-blown race weekend, not simulation, but a real-life scenario, which will give you an opportunity to sample these karts in full prominence. And also, one of the biggest things is that the top speeds around Wackersdorf. A big thank you from Steve Chapman of BRP Rotax for actually providing this information. 127 kilometers an hour is the top speed of the Project E20 around Wackersdorf, and the top speed of a senior Rotax is 110 kilometers an hour. There's a boost button on it. It's 100% electrically propelled, and it is going to provide a new chapter for Euro Trophy, and the fact that this will be the first time that we will have a fully electric propelled category class within a weekend's worth of competition. They'll be joining us from Friday morning. So the provisional timetable is already up. Head to the link in the description down below for the following items: the provisional timetable, the supplementary regulations, also the fuel station that has been designated in the local area for you to pick up your fuel, as we had back at Genk. Now, there has been an appendix regulation change, reference version 2, in respect of COVID-19. And I will read it verbatim so at least you can all understand. So the current appendix contains all special specifications of COVID-19 measures and is an addition on the existing track regulations as they are now being applied today. The COVID-19 pandemic and the guidelines of the authorities requires extra measures from Karting Wackersdorf to make sure that everyone can enjoy our sport as safely as possible. The current guidelines of the authorities also stay applied, of course. The measures that are mentioned in this appendix are an addition on these guidelines and are applicable for everyone on the terrain of or the grounds of Karting Wackersdorf. All drivers and companions who are located on the grounds of Karting Wackersdorf agree explicitly with the application of these rules. We insistently ask that everyone respects these rules with the necessary responsibility and common sense. These measures can be adjusted at any time, so please make sure to also keep an eye on our relevant social media channels and website for further updates. The general basic rules are as follows. Rule 1, stay home if you feel sick or you have symptoms of COVID-19. Rule 2, wash your hands with water and soap regularly. Rule 3, keep a distance of at least 1.5 meters from each other. Rule 4, limit your physical contact. 5, always use a new paper tissue and throw it away in a trash can. Rule 6, no tissue, cough or sneeze on the inside of your elbow. And also Rule 7, wear a face mask when using public transport or in busy public places. Ignoring the rules in this appendix will cause administrative sanctions, which can result in fines or exclusion from the grounds for a short or longer period. The team managers and the drivers with race licenses in particular need to show an exemplary function in adhering to these rules. So next up, the people that are allowed. Up to 2 companions allowed for now, including 1 mechanic. The other companion is always meant to be the same person. This will be a closed door event, so no other visitors or spectators will be allowed on the grounds. Number 2, health regulations. It is mandatory for everyone who comes into contact with others to wear a face mask at all times, at all places. Also in the tents and at the track, say for example, also photographers, even if the distance of 1.5 meters cannot be respected. The circuit owner is not responsible for providing face masks. This is the responsibility of all you that are coming onto the grounds when you're on site. If there is a doubt, reference the health conditions of one of the visitors. The visitor in question will be politely asked to leave the grounds by one of the people within the circuit. Disinfectant gel will be provided on different locations. So toilets, access for the shop and the track fee sales. Please make sure that before you enter these locations that you use the products provided. Number 4, the paddock. Respect social distancing rules at all times. Tents have to be placed 2 meters away from each other and have to be ventilated as much as possible. This is preferred by admitting the sides of the tents. Social distancing rules also must be respected and adhered to inside the tents. You can count approximately 10 square meters per driver. No overnight staying in the paddock is allowed. The paddock is not a bistro, so entering the tents of others is not a good example of social distancing and has to be avoided. Passenger cars can only be parked on the last part of the paddock or during events at the motocross side. Park for May and pre-grid. Please respect the adjusted entrances and exits. It is mandatory for everyone to wear a face mask. Drivers have to put on their helmets before entering the pre-grid and not allowed to take them off before leaving Park for May. Please also make sure that you use the marked starting positions on the pre-grid to guarantee the distance required. Changing rooms and showers will remain closed. Toilets will be limited, so please use the disinfectant gel before you enter the toilets. Please also wash your hands thoroughly before exiting these locations. The grandstands will be opened at Wackersdorf with a social distancing rule of 1.5 meters in mind. This is very much the same situation that we had at Karting Genk in Belgium. So I'm pleading with every single one of you, the 122 entrants that we now have signed up, plus also our DEKM competitors. Also, COVID-19 registration forms need to be filled out. The links are in the description down below. Easy to follow and easy to fill out. These will be kept on a private database and people will be contacted respectively if there is an issue with an outbreak of COVID-19 on site. So with that out of the way, I said there's 122 drivers. I'm not kidding. For those that might have also got their Rotax Global Racing app on your smartphone, whether it's an iPhone, whether it's an Android, you can still download the Rotax Global app completely free of charge through iTunes or the Google Play Store. So I'm not going to talk about standings because I've already got the statistics ready for next week. However, we've had 230 races so far. We're going to have quite a lot of races over the course of the weekend. And we're going to have a big, big show. Everything's being live streamed all the way through. I will be your voice once again. I am scheduled to arrive at Wackersdorf at Thursday lunchtime, and it will be really, really nice to catch up with a few of you as well before we go racing on qualifying day on Friday afternoon. So everything will be live streamed via YouTube through the official Camp Company GmbH YouTube channel. For those wondering, where are the highlights that you promised us, Alex? Well, they're in the works. I've been very, very busy, obviously, with a lot of work, not just in Europe, but also over here in the United Kingdom. Business is picking up. But rest assured, the highlights from round one at Karting Genk are nearly completed. And it looks fantastic. We've gone with a completely new look. And also, we've got some new looks coming for the live stream this coming weekend. I'm sure that you're going to all enjoy it. So let's have a look at the entrance for the respective categories. So we have 33 junior Rotax drivers, the leader of which is the number 274, Kai Gilles from JJ Racing from Belgium. He leads the standings on 45 points, just 4 points ahead of Tim Gerhards in the 205 from SP Motorsport. Senior Rotax, well, Dylan LaHaye has decided to return for round two, and he's leading the standings on 50 points. Sean Butcher and Mads Ries round out the top three positions. Matilda Olsson, the reigning champion, is just 3 points off of the top three in fourth place with 26 to her credit. DD2, obviously the first big noticeable absentee is, well, he's actually on the list. Glenn van Parijs in the 419 from Bouvin Power is on the list. He's on 41 points coming into this round, followed by Manuel Tenschert in the 484 from KSB Racing on 38. And then we also have Silas Ritter in the 444 from Denmark, rounding out the top three in the standings. DD2 Masters, it's currently being led by Sebastian Rumpelhardt in the 509 from Germany. And then rounding out the top two positions is Slavomir Moransky in the 561, and then Thomas Schumacher in the 531 from KSB Racing Team rounds out the top three. So we have quite a lot of things to happen over the course of the coming days. Everything will be live streamed, as always. And I'm looking forward to heading back to my second home. Germany is my second home. Part of my family originally came from Charlottenburg in Berlin, and it was great to be with the Rotax Max Challenge Germany paddock just a couple of weeks ago at Mulsen, who will also have their second round 2 weeks later at Wackersdorf. So it's been a busy time at the moment. However, the main thing that we have to remember is that we have the halfway point of our season. And this will then showcase who are going to be our title contenders. We are going to have a Junior Rotax new champion for 2020. We could have a title being defended in Senior Rotax in 2020, or maybe even have a new champion. And with DD2 and DD2 Masters, who knows what it might bring, because we do have defending champions returning. We do have Matilda Olsson in the 300 from Strawberry Racing in Senior Rotax. We have Jakob Bezel from KSC Saudi Europe in DD2. But the biggest news is, and I'm so happy to see this guy's name on the entry list, and if you are there, if you are watching and listening, Roberto Pajewski, the man that took our DD2 Masters crown last year, took the ticket to the International Trophy at Le Mans last year, and followed that all up by winning the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals at the Circuito Internazionale Napoli Sano last year, where I just so happened to witness this actually happen. He is back. I'm so pleased to see that name on the entry list. Will he be around for the whole season? Who knows? But 3 returning champions out of the 4 mainstay classes in Rotax Euro just shows the pedigree of competition, and how much excitement is in store. So that's it. I will see a lot of you, pretty much many of you, next Thursday at Wackersdorf for the build-up towards our second of 4 rounds of competition in 2020. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you guys and girls next week in Germany for what's going to be a fantastic different dynamic to the 2020 season fabric in Germany. Take care, stay safe, see you very soon. Goodbye.